Multiple crews were responding to the fire earlier today, and they're still working to clean up as much as they can. Initially, they said that the men were armed and dangerous, which led to a code red, meaning any neighbors around here could not leave their homes. For the second time in under a month, gunshots and sirens rang out here on Grape Street in Buffalo's east side. Quite a bit of the outside actually looks just like this. Caution tape on the outside. Right when you get to the opening, ATVs whip right past. This is about 10 feet from where the parking lot is. It's the wind that is going to be bringing up that snow and start to feel like an actual blizzard. So best to just stay inside until this all blows over. 4 people that were arrested from Brompton Heights Assisted Living Facility were arraigned in June for an incident that happened in December of 2017. So you'll notice I skipped that little loop over there. I'm going to try and get over this. That's perfect. But this is just the beginning. At about the time the Northwest Bank will be opening, just a few blocks away, these 2 lots will be breaking ground. We have an update on the Williams Street shooting. A 12-year-old has died and a 22-year-old is currently in surgery. We are now going to go live to Captain Jeff Ronaldo. Before we hit the road again, we're going to need to make sure that we scrape that off because, as you can see, that's almost not going off. That's what it's been like today. Actually, get ourselves into the water here. Oh, I was terrified. I'm not going to lie.
There was some great times and some bad times.
I enjoyed my time in the service, I really did.
A warm autumn day in Washington, D.C., a chance for these men to remember and reflect.
It's a long way back. I've been out of the service for, what, 72 years or something like that, I think.
Buffalo veterans from Vietnam, Korea, and World War II honored with a trip to celebrate their service.
I wouldn't change it for anything else. And I'm proud to have served my country, you know.
From the moment they landed in the nation's capital,
from the mountain,
they were shown how much their service meant.
Memorials and all the different exhibits, and it's just mind-boggling.
The entire trip, which is paid for by Walmart, is sponsored by State Senator Rob Ortt, who is a veteran himself.
I think it's also a chance to reflect and remember all their friends and fellow soldiers in arms who didn't come back home.
I had a few friends that died in the service, and I always think about them, you know.
We lost almost 50% of our landing craft at the invasion of Honolulu.
92-year-old Duke Williams served in World War II, was involved in the atomic bombing testing at Bikini Island and Korea.
I'm a 3-time veteran, a 2-time winner and a 1-time loser.
As Duke sits in the shadows of the World War II memorial, memories of one specific battle play out in his mind.
I don't talk about Peleliu very seldom because I get emotional. I'll be all right. It's just a hellhole.
It's moments like this
I come here, I get that way occasionally.
that show how the greatest generation earned that title. Williams and these men fought for freedom during times of turmoil.
Give a lot of people a better life. It's an honor to come here. It's a great honor.
And their nation is eternally grateful. In Washington, Jeff Slawson, 7 Eyewitness News. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, to answer that, we need to go a few hours into the Great White North to Canada's Wonderland.
Now we have 17 coasters in the park, and that actually puts us, we're tied for second in the world for amusement parks with the most coasters.
The coaster that got them there? This monster of an attraction, the Yukon Striker, the world's longest, tallest, and fastest dive coaster.
When you put a 345-foot dive coaster into a park, it's pretty impressive.
Now what makes it a dive coaster? It's the heart-stopping 3 seconds where the Yukon Striker dangles you over a drop. That brings us back to this moment.
And then we release you and you plummet at 90-degree drop, where most coasters aren't that steep. Our steepest one in the park now is Leviathan at 81 degrees.
That 90-degree drop brings you through an underground tunnel and out the other end screaming at the top of your lungs.
To see all the smiling faces and hear the screams, it's pretty satisfying.
With over 3,000 feet of coaster and the world's only 360-degree loop on a dive coaster, dear God. The hope is this marvel can make Canada's Wonderland an even bigger destination.
I think it makes another statement. You know, you can come to a park in Canada and have world-class rides.
A world-class ride that opens the door for more visitors.
If Yukon Striker is what's getting people's attention and getting people to the park, then we hope that when people are here, they're going to see how much more we have to offer.
That is the sound of progress in Black Rock.
This is going to reinvent Black Rock. You won't know this street in 2 years.
Rocco Termini and Signature Development are putting $50 million into Chandler Street, with a large chunk being invested in this neglected building.
This is the last frontier. We're 2 blocks from Elmwood, we're 2 blocks from Wegmans, in an area that nobody knows about.
By June, this will become a tech complex full of different stores and restaurants like Barrel and Brine, which will be moving from its current location on Carolina Street.
We're going to be part of building a community where there's literally nothing.
Barrel and Brine has been in desperate need of more space.
The growth has been insane. It's definitely skyrocketed. We've seen an increased demand in all of our products.
So getting more room in a new tech complex is a huge advantage.
The collaborations that are possible there, the conversations that are possible there, just the things that are going to happen. That's what I'm excited about.
The complex here on Chandler Street will also have this outdoor courtyard for employees to use, which will include an actual volleyball court that they could use in the summer. This is all in an attempt to bring more tech jobs to the area.
It's very difficult to get millennials that are software developers to come to Buffalo because we don't have the cool space.
They're hoping this will become that cool space, bringing a lot of talent and hundreds of jobs to the Buffalo region.
What's happening in the rest of the country but hasn't yet arrived in Buffalo will be happening here.